Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Nev, and in today's video, I want to talk about my league start here in Path of Exile 2. Now, unless you guys have been living under a rock, you guys know that Path of Exile 2 launched a couple of days ago, and I have been really enjoying this game. However, in today's video, what I really want to discuss is my character progression so far. I want to show you what I ascended to, and I want to show you some of the gear that I have gotten thus far, and also show you how many times I have died, because I have died a ton. Now, if you don't know, pretty much this game is 10 times harder than Path of Exile 1, and I did start in hardcore in this character but I didn't even beat the first act until after I died. So once I died in hardcore, I just switched over to softcore, and I've kind of been playing softcore ever since. My main goal with this character, however, is just to get the end game. I want to see maps, I want to see some of the end game content, and I want to see some of the end game bosses. And then after that, I may make another hardcore character and really try and make a legit character. This character is kind of that's kind of a funny character, you can say that. So let's jump into the character, and I'll show you what skills I'm running and all the gear and stuff, and you guys can make judgment for yourself. But so starting out with skills, I am a blood mage. Okay, I did go blood mage, and I also went chaos damage. You guys know, if you guys have caught any of my streams or have seen any of my content here on the channel about Path of Exile, you guys pretty much know that I love dot builds. All right, I love them. So I made a dot build in Path of Exile 2. Now, was that the best choice? Probably not, but it does. I mean, it does work. It just doesn't work extremely well. All right, so like I said, I did go blood mage, okay, and then I picked up the life remnants. So pretty much what happens is when I kill something, it has a 25% chance to drop a blood orb, and then I can collect that blood orb. I can get more health like that, and I thought it would do really well with dot builds. However, if I had to go back, I think I would just go strictly crit, because you'll see some of the skills that I'm kind of running with. So let's check down here first. Okay, so I am running Essence Drain. Of course, we got to have Essence Drain. It is level 11. And actually, it's a level 10, but I have a wand I'll show you here in a second. I do pretty good damage with Essence Drain. And then we also got Contagion. Now, I do have some support gems with Contagion, like Hinder for Soul Movement, and this is more Area of Effect. And then for Essence Drain, I got Intense Agony, Control Destruction, Persistence, stuff that increase the damage of Essence Drain, okay? Because I want as much uptime as possible on Essence Drain. Now, for some survival stuff, I did pick up Ghost Dance recently, and Ghost Dance is pretty good because it does, every time I get hit, I get more energy shield pretty much. Okay, so it consumes a Ghost Shroud to give me some energy shield. And then we are running some curses. Of course, we got to have curses, right? Because why not? So I am running Despair, and then Impending Doom, and then Heightened Curse. Now, what's cool is this Despair with Impending Doom. What that does is, if I kill something with that curse, it gives me like a cheaper Profane Bloom. Now, what's interesting about this setup is, whenever I use this, and whenever stuff dies and it explodes, a lot of times it crits, right? Well, crits gives me more blood obelisk or blood orbs that I can pick up. So the main goal is to pick. I try to pull really big. I curse everything, and I try and kill one thing super fast, and then it just kind of creates this like explosion, okay? And then I get like a ton of orbs and I can increase my health. Now, doing this, like I said, I have died quite a few times, but it's okay. It's softcore. I don't care. All right, and then of course we got contagion because we need contagion to help spread essence drain and all of that. And for I use Spark. I use Spark quite a lot actually, and this will give me. I mean, this crits quite a bit, so I do use this on my bar just to kind of help out with those crits. Okay, and then I got Enfeeble. So these are the skills I pretty much run with. Chaos Bolt. I got Chaos Bolt from my wand. We got Contagion, Essence Drain, Lightning Bolt. I have a staff equipped also. That gives me Lightning Bolt. And then I already told you I had Spark, Despair, and then Enfeeble. Those are the skills I pretty much run with, okay? Now, what I'm eventually going to transition to will be Blasphemy, okay? However, I'm going to make a separate video on this, but the TLDR is that Spirit is a pain in the ass to get, okay? Spirit is hard to get. Now, I got 30 Spirit. All my Spirit is reserved already, okay? So I cannot run Blasphemy with a curse. Now, eventually what I want to do is I want to take Blasphemy and I want to pair it with Despair, and then I want Impending Doom with Despair. That way I get Profane Bloom along with Despair, and it becomes an aura, right? It becomes a buff, essentially. That's the goal of this, okay? I do have a chess piece in my, that I'm kind of working on, and it does have a lot of spirit on, but however, I just don't have the resources available yet, okay? So let's check out the gear. All right, I have a corrupted wand. I did corrupt this. It's okay. It is level 6, but now you might ask me, why am I using a level 6 wand? Well, you see that +1 to level of all spell skills? That's why. All right. +1 level of anything is pretty much broken. It's so good. Like, it is so good. It gives me so much increased damage. And what I'm really looking for, though, is +1 to chaos and maybe some chaos damage over time or some more spell damage. I will get rid of this wand as soon as I get something that's actually better, but I just haven't found anything better. And I've used all my crafting mats and everything, and I cannot make anything even half as good as this. Okay, this gives me so much damage. And then I have a pretty good chain tiara or headpiece. A bunch of energy shields, some max life, okay, mana, rarity of items found, pretty decent. And then I have a iron rune in there to give me some more armor, evasion, energy shield. My offhand's actually pretty good too. I got a bunch of energy shield. I got some spell damage, max mana, okay, and then we also got some critical hit chance, so pretty decent right there. Boots, same thing with boots. Boots is pretty good. Got movement speed, max mana, dex, some resistances. My neck, good life. Rarity of items found. Fire and lightning res, pretty good, right? My belt's actually pretty decent. High life, some fire res. Hands can be upgraded. My hands are not that great right now. It does give me a little bit of fire res, but that's about it. My rings are absolutely terrible. Well, this ring has double res on it and a little bit of evasion. I would like a better ring. And this one gives me some fire and some life, okay? And then my chest piece, of course, my chest piece gives me... My chest piece is arguably the best piece I have equipped right now, except my my wand. And this gives me some energy, shows some max life, double res, a little bit of intelligence, which is good. And then the charm that I'm using is just a lightning resistance charm. Okay, so that's the gear side of things. I want to show you now some of my passives that I have selected here, okay? Now, I did not do any research when I did this build. I do want to preface this that look, when I made this build, there was no research. I didn't do anything, okay? The only thing that I did prior to Path of Exile 2 coming out is I looked at a couple of skills that I thought that I would like to play. You guys know I like chaos damage over time, so I picked chaos damage over time, right? I didn't try to min max anything, okay? So I didn't do really any research. I wanted to make my first character as authentic as possible, and the deaths will show it. Okay, because it's pretty bad, but this game is pretty difficult. All right, so let's check out some of the skills here. Of course, I want spell damage because I just didn't do any damage hardly. Okay, so we just kind of went up here. And then also got some energy shield because I wanted some energy shield. Pure energy. I took this, so this gives me a lot of energy shield again. Okay, dampening shield, more energy shield. And then I did take entropy because we needed chaos damage, right? All right, and then I'm kind of going over here. Eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale all the way down, and we're going to take spiral into depression, okay? Because the movement speed, armor, and energy shield, all right? I don't know if that's the wisest choice, but I did take spiral into insanity as well. So we got global defenses and we got more chaos damage. Okay, and then all of these are chaos nodes right here. And then some of these nodes I had to kind of like mix and match between strength, dex, and intellect because of gear reasons. I did take open mind right here for the mana regeneration. Okay, and then I did go down here again, insightfulness for more energy shield, mana regen, intelligence, all the good things. I'm still thinking about taking melding for even more energy shield. I'm trying. The end goal, I think, for this build is I want to go. I want to try and go pure CI. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because of the way that the Blood Mage works. And so we'll have to see, or if any of you guys know, feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know if that will even work. All right, next thing I took is lingering horror, of course, because what we needed chaos damage, right? Because we don't do hardly enough damage. And then eventually I'm going to take this potent incarnation, okay, reduce cast speed, more spell damage, because more damage is better. You know, if I can kill stuff a lot faster, then shouldn't die half as much. All right, and then I might take Zone of Control for curses because we do some curse stuff. Okay, and then I haven't really figured out anywhere else on the map that I want to go. I have no idea. Okay, I'm just kind of playing this thing and mixing and matching depending on if I need if I need strength, intellect, dexterity, that type of stuff, or if I want more life, more energy shield, and stuff. But you can see my life so far. This is the third act. Speaking of levels, I am level 43 now. Level 43, the third act. I don't know. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay, because I have died quite a lot. So my resistance are actually looking pretty good though. I got fire 75, lightning is 24, and then cold is 22. It could be a little bit better, but whatever. Okay, let's check deaths because this is the funny thing. 89 times. That's right, folks. I have died almost 100 times in this damn game. That brings me to the next thing, is that what do I think about the difficulty between this and Path of Exile 1, what I will say is the bosses in this game is 10 times harder than Path of Exile 1. Um, and I mean, they're really, really, really hard. I actually faced this one boss earlier today, and you actually use the environment to hurt the boss. And it was kind of cool, right? Like that thing's cool. And then there's also certain bosses where people may help you, and they have to they're gonna do something, and you may have to interact with them a little bit. So that is all that stuff is cool. Speaking of movement and everything, I do want to touch on that. What do I think about the WSAND thing? I haven't had any trouble. I will admit though, the first day that I did play this game with the WASD keybinds, it was a little bit weird because I just kind of really wasn't used to it. Now, the one thing I will say about these keybinds is that it's I come from WoW, right? And in WoW, what happens is you play WASD, but a lot of times your right mouse button will be how you turn the camera, right? Not in this. So if you look with the character, wherever your mouse is, if you can see that, wherever your mouse is, that is where your character will look. So that is something that you have to be kind of aware of, and that took me a while to kind of figure out and to really just get used to, right? If you're not used to your character following your mouse, then I will say that's a little different. But other than that, WASD has been absolutely fine. I do like the roll mechanic. I don't really like though that we don't have any sort of like actual movement skills other than movement speed on boots and shield charge. I, there has been I've probably died at least 40 times, not really dying to mechanics or to anything else. What I've died to is getting stuck. Like, for instance, a mob hits me, 100 mobs rush me, and then I get stuck, right? Because I can't move, I can't do anything. And that, not being able to phase through them or not being able to dash through them and anything like that, that has gotten me killed like a lot. Okay, so that is something kind of to be aware that if you are going to play this game, that you might have to kind of get used to. But other than that, everything has been great. The last thing I want to touch on, some gear in my my stash tab here. As you can see, I do have a lot of runes, which is good. Okay, we like runes, but um I don't have a lot of currency, and that feels awful. Like in Path of Exile 1, I would have a full tab right now, right? I would be decked out in yellows and maybe even some uniques, and I'd be loaded in currency. Not in Path of Exile 2. No. No. You don't get a lot of currency, okay? You just don't. Now the object I think is to the stuff that you do get, you want to disenchant, you want to use every resource possible to get as much currency as you can. But what I will say is the amount of yellows that you do get and the amount of currency that you get is just it's not very much, okay? As in fact, this is my only Veil Orb that I've ever gotten, okay? So if that tells you anything. And then I do got some 42 augmentation, but and transmutations, but that is about it, man. I don't have a whole lot. I've used almost every regal I get, and the other one to turn my gear yellow to see if I hit something pretty good, but I just haven't hit anything worthwhile. I did find this though, and then we'll pretty much end the video. But remember how I said that spirit was kind of a pain in the butt to get? I did actually find this in That is why I'm trying to get a little bit of strength because I want to have that 42 spirit. Because if I add the 42 spirit on top of the 30 spirit, that will give me what, 72 spirit. So it'll give me 72 spirit. I only need 60 spirit in order to use the blasphemy with my curse. It is 60 spirit per curse. So that will, it will really help because I won't have to manually curse anymore. Okay, and manually cursing, just God, it feels awful. Um, but that's pretty much it. That's been, that's been the game for me so far. Now I've only let's talk about ascensions real fast. Okay, I've only ascended one time, and I've gotten this. Okay, that's all I've gotten. The next ascendancy that I do take, though, I will probably take this. So we'll go here, and then I'll go here. That's the way it's kind of looking for me. And then I may eventually just go here at the, if we get to ascend 3 additional times. Okay, but the next ascendancy here, and then we go here. All right, I don't really care about this side of the tree. All right, so that's kind of been my league start and everything like that. I hope everyone has had a fantastic league start, and hopefully you guys have died as much as I have, because I have died a lot. I may actually make a death monologue type of video just so you guys can have some laughs at me. I will have to pull down all my Twitch footage in order to do that, but that should be a lot of fun. Oh, and speaking of Twitch, if you guys want to see me live, I do stream. I've been streaming a lot here lately. So typically I stream Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern. However, because the game launched, I've been streaming a lot more. So you can check me out on Twitch. The link will be down in the description. And you guys can come chat with me, see me die some more. All right. So I hope everyone's league has been fantastic. And until next time, I want you guys to take care, be safe, and peace. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.